We'll defend this house or take a check. 144 in that black trench on some hitman shit. Shit call me 47. Praying for Armageddon. Me and my soldiers dressed for the wedding. Fuck the fame. Ask why, tell them I'm loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, new bitch. Ain't loyal to the king. Until the righteous reign. Loyal to the king. I walk that straight lane to break the chain. Loyal to the king. The devils can't have me, bitch. I'm loyal to the king. Bring that hot flame, new bitch. Ain't loyal to the king.
I just wanna see my enemies fall. Yeah, hey, look, I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Trying to build my own city, homie. Enough room to put my niggas on it. Just start a couple business on it. Fuck any heathen never shitting on me. Yeah. Public housing we done lived through. Trying to put that in my rear view. Gold rolls, what I still do. I can see the picture with a clear view. Gotta separate the snakes. And all you fuck niggas that's gon' hate. Daily pray to God I don't catch another case. But that's a small risk that I feel I gotta take. Only certain niggas, they gon' feel this. Still deliver verses on that real shit. If I get a couple million, I'ma bust this shit down with these children. I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof. Lord, just wanna bow. Don't get up out of bounds, homie. Got killers with them rounds on them. Look like I'm dead in front of drum. Look, don't make me make the reaper rain down on them. I can give a fuck in blue. And I was Subaru from the Fruittown crew. Cops still shoot us every time we move. They hate you, nigga, like they hate me too. Just know that brotherhood is a weapon. Another zone get protected. Too many sisters in the city been molested. Now I'm stacking soldiers off the block like it's Tetris. Woo. Know that truth, it give you chills, don't it? Steady ringing in your ears, won't it? If I'm blessed to make a meal, I'ma bust that shit down with my real homies. I just wanna bow. Tell my niggas stand tall, cause we about to go and get it out. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Look at them 20s where they crawl. I've been praying that my enemies fall. Nigga, I just wanna bow. And I hope you bow too. And that be why I gotta keep it true. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Just give me what I'm due. Let my enemies see the living proof, Lord. I just wanna bow. Yeah. To all them children, you grow up with parents strung out on drugs. Yeah. I just wanna bow. Hope you do too. And I hope you do too. Yeah. Man, to the brother that had a real, and she left him for whatever reason. Yeah. I just wanna bow. I hope you do too. And to the sister, you know what I'm saying, that had that nigga leaving. Yeah. Nigga, I just wanna bow. Some of my niggas is locked up. I hope you do too. Man, I hope you niggas see the light of day. Yeah, I just wanna bow. Yeah, I just wanna bow.
Test 1, 2. 2. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. The Lord said, confession good for the soul. So right now,
all I ever gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. And shot call to be known with them niggas letting shots off. Either that or the right hand to the top though. Funny how we see vanity, not the lives lost. Can't be focused on a life that's hopeless. Out there pumping, not knowing the Lord will kill you for that hocus pocus. Used to roll with niggas that cook dope with weaponry. Same ones claim they love you. I had no life in jeopardy. And I know my mother wants success for me. But that G should take a girl straight to ecstasy. Remember running with bruh, even though we did the wrong thing. My life would've been a lot different if I fell up under Rob's wing. Was too sincere for a wicked game. Shame the Lord's name. Now we afflicted with pain. All I ever wanted was to be respected by stand-up niggas. Not knowing that them handcuffs custom made the face. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I ever wanted was to be a gangster. Little did I know I was in danger. Decisions that I made provoked the Lord's anger. Prayed to him all the time, and I was just a stranger. All I wanted was to be a gangster. I ain't lying, I was close to dying. Knew I wanted to live, but I wasn't trying. I was defiant, not in that. This ain't how we live. This just how they design. Cause when you in them streets, you get more endemic. They don't tell you gonna be on papers and no restrictions. My father said a hard.
Testing, testing. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3.
Test 1 2 1 2. Most high in Christ. All right, we should be good to roll. Shalom. Shalom. How about shout all my brothers? Yeah, how Shamal shout out my sisters, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge out here in Durham, North Carolina. Prison Officer 500,001 holding down the Sabbath service with my brother, Officer 50 Yanazar. Of course, you understand this is a Sabbath service. We're going to get right into it. All right. Shalakia. So yeah, Yanazar, you got to hit the horn. Most High in Christ. And with that, Imadium, which means to stand. Wapanya Aquadum, which means rise and face the east. Come here, Yanazar. Most High in Christ. We're going to start off with the Lord's Prayer. We're going to start out in the Hebrew.
The Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew. Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Hayah, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwaka, Baba'ah, Ratazayaka, Hayah, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Hayah, Bashamayim, Nathanawa,
Lakam,
Cow,
Yawum,
Wasalak now,
Kawawaf Nawa,
Kasalak now,
Kawath Yanawa, Wala'ah,
Tabia
Ayan Nawa, Bonasai 1, Abol, Hawashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwith, Waha'ala, Wathaparith, La'awalumyum, Aman. In the English, Our Father,
Our Father,
which art in heaven,
which art in heaven,
hallowed be thy name.
hallowed be thy name.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy kingdom come.
Thy will be done.
Thy will be done
In earth,
in earth
as it is in heaven.
as it is in heaven.
Give us this day
Give us this day
our daily bread.
our daily bread.
And forgive us our
And
debts,
forgive us our
as
debts
we forgive our debtors.
as we forgive our debtors.
And lead us not
And lead us not
into temptation,
into temptation,
but deliver
but
us
deliver us
from evil.
from evil.
For thine is the
For
kingdom,
thine is the kingdom
and the power,
and the power
and the glory,
and the glory
forever.
forever.
So be it.
So be it. The prayer for the power in the Hebrew, Hakak. Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai,
Ba'ashim Hawashai,
Baba Kashah,
Baba Kushah,
Lathananawa,
Lathananawa,
Hakak,
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 La Para'ah,
Larpa'ah,
Kal Makala,
Kal Makala,
Wakal Madawa,
Wakal Madawa,
Hakak,
Hakak,
La Tahar,
Latahar,
Hamatazarium,
Hamatazarium,
Hakak,
Hakak,
La Haquium,
Lahaquium,
Hamathium,
Hamathium,
Hakak,
Hakak,
Aurarak, how, Al-Rarakawath,
Awakawath,
Hatama'ala,
Hatama Allah,
Lagarashun,
Lagarashun,
Bahashim,
Ba'ashim,
Yahweh Shai,
Yahushai,
the Wada Amun,
the Wada Amun. In the English, Yahweh.
Yahweh,
In the name of
in the
Yahushai,
name of Yahweh Shai,
please give us the power
please give us the power
to heal
to heal
all manner of
all
sickness
manner of sickness,
and all manner of disease,
all manner of disease,
the power to cleanse the
the
lepers,
power to cleanse the
the
lepers,
power to raise the dead,
power to raise the dead,
the power against unclean spirits,
power against unclean spirits,
to cast them out.
to cast them out.
In the name of
In the
Yahushai,
name of Yahweh Shai,
thank you.
thank you.
So be it.
So be it. This is the prayer for the blessings in the Hebrew. Barakatha Yahweh.
Barakatah Yahweh.
Wa Yahweh Shai.
Wa Yahushai.
Wa Mayaka Allah.
Wa Miyaka Allah.
Wa Alahayim.
Wa Alahayim.
Matazabaya.
Matazabaya.
Alawap Yahana.
Alawap Yahana.
Ha Alawapium.
Alawapium.
Ha Saranyim.
Hasaranyum.
Ha Katazazanyim.
Hakwatazayanyum.
Ha Koyoyoyim.
Hakoyoyoyum.
Wa Ha Aguatian.
Wa Agwathian.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Ba'ashim Hawashai.
The Wada Amun.
The Wada Amun. In the English, bless you, Yahweh.
Bless you, Yahweh.
And Yahushai.
And Yahweh Shai.
And Michael.
And Michael.
And the angels.
And the angels.
Commanding General Yahana.
Commanding General Yahana.
The generals.
The generals.
The captains.
The captains.
The officers. The troopers.
The troopers.
And the sisters.
And the sisters.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
In the name of
In
Yahushai.
the name of Yahweh Shai.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So be it.
So be it. The 121st Psalm in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah.
Aisha'ah.
Ayanya.
Ayanya.
Al-Haharium.
Ahaharium.
Ma'hayan.
Ma'ayan.
Yaba'ah.
Yaba'ah.
Izaria.
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 Ma'ain.
Ma'aim.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Aisha.
Aisha.
Shamayam.
Shemayim.
Aratazar.
Wa'aratazah.
Al-Yathan.
Ayathan.
Lamawat.
Lamawat.
Regalka.
Regalka.
Al-Yanawam.
Al-Yanawam.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Hana.
Hana.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yanawam.
Yanawam.
Wala'ah.
Wa'ah.
Yayashun.
Yayashun.
Shawamar.
Shawamar.
Yasha Allah.
Yasha Allah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Shamarka.
Shamarka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Tazolka.
Tazolka.
Al-Yad.
Al-Yad.
Yamyaka.
Yamyaka.
Yawamam.
Yawamam.
Hashamash.
Hashamash.
La'ah.
La'ah.
Yakaka.
Yakaka.
Wayarak.
Wayarak.
Balayallah.
Balayah.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamarka.
Yashamarka.
Al-Rai.
Makalrai.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Athnapashka.
Athnapashka.
Yahweh.
Yahweh.
Yashamar.
Yashamar.
Taza'atka.
Taza'atka.
Wa'atka.
Wabawa'atka.
Mayatha.
Ma'atha.
Wa'ai-walam.
Wa'ida walam. In the English, I will lift up mine
I
eyes
will lift up mine eyes
unto the hills,
unto the hills,
from whence cometh my help.
from which cometh my
My
help.
help cometh from Yahweh,
My help cometh from Yahweh,
which made heaven and earth.
which made heaven and
He
earth.
would not suffer thy foot
He will not suffer thy foot
to be moved.
to be moved.
He that keepeth thee
He that keepeth thee
will not slumber.
will not slumber.
Behold,
Behold,
he that keepeth Yasha Allah
he that keepeth Yasha Allah
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
shall neither slumber nor sleep.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy keeper.
Yahweh is thy shade
Yahweh is thy shade
upon thy right hand.
upon thy right hand.
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
The sun shall not smite thee by day,
nor the moon by night.
nor the moon by night.
Yahweh shall preserve thee
Yahweh shall preserve thee
from all evil.
from all evil.
He shall preserve thy soul.
He shall preserve thy soul.
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
Yahweh shall preserve thy going out
and thy coming in
and thy coming in
from this time forth
from this time forward
and even forevermore.
and even forevermore. This is the 83rd Psalm in the Hebrew. Alahayim.
Alahayim.
Al Damayalaka,
Al-Dami Yalaka,
Al Fakarash,
Al-Thakarash,
Wa Al Fakshakwat,
Wa Al-Thashakwat,
Al
Al,
Kayahana,
Kayahana,
Awabia,
Al-Wabyaka,
Yahama Yawun,
Yahama Yawan,
Ra'ash,
Ra'ash,
Al Imaka,
Al-Imaka,
Yaira Yamwa,
Yariyamwa,
Sawada,
Sawada,
Wayatha,
Wayatha,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Ya'ai Tazawa,
Al Tazawa Azataba,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Azatazapawanyaka,
Al-Tazapawanyaka,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Lakawa,
Lakawa,
Wanakakidam,
Wanakakidam,
Magoya,
Magoya,
Wala'a,
Wala'a,
Yazakar,
Yazakar,
Sham
Sham
Yasha'ala,
Yasha'ala,
Iwada,
Awada,
Kaya,
Kaya,
Nawa Tazawa,
Nawa'ai Tazawa,
Laba,
Laba,
Yakadwa,
Yakadwa,
Alyaka,
Alyaka,
Bariath,
Baryath,
Yakarathwa,
Yakarathwa,
Aholwa,
Aholya,
Adawam,
Alawum,
Wa Yashamai,
Wayashamai,
Alayam,
Alayum,
Mawa Abba,
Mawa'aba,
Wahagorium,
Wahagarium,
Gabal,
Gabal,
Wa I'm a one,
Waimawan,
Wa I'm a lock,
Waimalak,
Palashat,
Palashath,
I'm Yashabia,
I'm Yeshabia,
Tazawar,
Tazawar,
Gam Ashawar,
Gamashawar,
Nalawa,
Nalawa,
Imam,
Imam,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Zarawai,
Zarawai,
Labunya Lawat,
Labunya Lawat,
Salah,
Salah,
Aishalahum,
Aishalahum,
Kamadian,
Kamadian,
Kasaya,
Kasaya,
Sara'ah,
Sara'ah,
Kayabian,
Kayabian,
Banakol,
Banakol,
Kawashwan,
Koyashwan,
Nashamadwa,
Nashamadwa,
Ba'ayan,
Bayan,
Daira,
Dara,
Hayawa,
Hayawa,
Daman,
Daman,
La Adama,
Ladama,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Nada Yabmawa,
Nadayamawa,
Kairab,
Kairab,
Wakazaba,
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 Wakazabak,
Wakazabak,
Wakatazol,
Wakatazol,
Mana'ai,
Mana'ai,
Kal Nasaya Kamwa,
Kal Nasaya Kumwa,
Ashar,
Ashar,
Amarwa,
Amarwa,
Naya Rasha,
Naya Rasha,
Lanawa,
Lanawa,
Ath,
Ath,
Na'awath,
Na'awath,
Alahayim,
Alahayim,
Alahaya,
Alahaya,
Shayatamwa,
Shayatamwa,
Kagogala,
Kagogala,
Kakwash,
Kakwash,
Lapanya Raraka,
Lapanya
Kaash,
Ka'ash,
Tabia Ira Ya Ira,
Taba Ira Yaira,
Wakalahaba,
Wakalahaba,
Talahat,
Talahat,
Harayam,
Harayum,
Khan,
Khan,
Daradapma,
Daradapma,
Basa Iraka,
Basa Irika,
Wabasa Wapathka,
Wabasa Wapathka,
Tabahalum,
Tabahalam,
Mala'ah,
Mala'ah,
Panyahum,
Panyahum,
Kuala
Kuala One,
Wayabakwashwa,
Wayabakwashwa,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Yabashwa,
Yabashwa,
Wayabaholwa,
Wayabahowa,
Aija'aid,
Aya'aid,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayakaparwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayabadwa,
Wayadayawa,
Wayadaiwa,
Kaya'atha,
Kayatha,
Shamka,
Shamka,
Yahawa,
Yahawa,
Labadka,
Labadka,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Yawan,
Al-Kaharatazar,
Al-Kaharataza. In the English, keep not thou silence,
keep not thou silent.
O Yahweh,
O Yahweh,
hold not thy peace,
hold not thy peace,
and be not still,
be not still,
for lo,
for lo, thine
make a
enemies
tumult,
make a tumult,
and they that hate thee
and they that hate
have
thee
lifted up the
have
head.
lifted up the head.
They have taken crafty counsel
They have taken crafty counsel
against thy people,
against thy people,
and consulted
and
against
consulted against
thy hidden ones.
thy hidden ones.
They have said,
They have said,
Come,
come,
and let us cut them off
let us cut them
from
off
being a nation,
from being a
that
nation.
the name of
the
Israel
name of Israel
may be no more remembrance.
maybe no more in
For
remembrance.
they have consulted together
For they have consulted together
with one consent.
with one consent.
They are confederate
They
against
are
thee.
confederate against thee.
The tabernacles of Edom,
The tabernacles of Edom
and the
and
Ishmaelites,
the Ishmaelites
of Moab,
of Moab,
and the
the
Hagarenes,
Hagarenes,
Gabal,
Gabal,
and Ammon,
and
and Amalek,
Amalek,
the Philistines,
the
with the
Philistines,
inhabitants of Tyre.
the inhabitants of Tyre,
Assur
Assur
also
also
is joined with
is
them.
joined with
They
them.
have hope in the children of Lot.
They have hope in the children of Lot.
Salah,
Salah,
do unto them
do unto them
as unto the Midianites,
as unto the
as
Midianites,
to Sisera,
as to Sisera,
as to Jabin,
as to Jabin,
at the brook of Kison,
at the brook of Kison,
which perished at Endor.
perished at Endor.
They became as dung for the
They
earth.
became as dung for the earth.
Make their nobles
Make their nobles
like Oreb,
like Oreb,
and like Zeeb.
and like Zeeb.
Yea,
Yea,
all their princes
all their princes,
as Zabah
as Zabah,
and as
and
Almunah,
as Almunah,
who said,
who
let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. Oh, my power. Make them like a wheel. As the stubble before the wind. As the fire burneth the wood. And as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest. And make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame. That they may seek thy name. O Yahweh. Let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth. So, turn. I'm going to call you up because, yeah. And Yabzo, you can just be the first reader. Salakia. By the way, Salakia. The brotherhood is, you know what I'm saying, is solid. Khan. Khan, yeah. You just be the first reader. Khan, Most High in Christ. So now, Khan, if you want to, yeah, you just got to wipe it down a little bit, yeah. Stay up, stay standing. Khan, the brother's going to blow the horn one more time before we get into these verses. Which one is mine? This one?
Yeah.
Okay. This must be from like yesterday or something.
Not that I know of.
Well, Most High in Christ, Yeshab, be seated. Ooh-wee. So we're going to pick it up where we left off last week, right? So we're going to start at the book of Numbers, chapter 4, and verse 47. Oh, Salakia, real quick. Imagine, let's up here, Salakia. Now that you become the first reader, you feel me?
La Yasha Allah. La Yasha Allah.
Yeshab, be seated. So Numbers chapter 4 and verse 47.
This is the book. This is the book of Numbers, chapter
4, verse 37. Salakia, I don't want to get that. The book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 47 in the Hebrew. Mabun. I'm good to go. I'm good to go. Mabun. Salashium. Shana. Wama Allah. Wa'id. Bun. Kamashium. Shana. Kal Haba. Haba'ah. Salakia. Haba'ah. La'ibad. Ibadath. Ibadath. Wa'ibadath. Masha. Bar Ahol.
Mawa'id. Verse 48. Wayahayawa. Pakwadiahum. Shamanath. Alapayam. Wakamash. Ma'awath. Washamanium. Washamanium. Verse 48, the last word. Washamanium. Khan at one car. So to be sure. Verse 49. Al Paya Yahweh Paquad Awatham Bayad Masha Ayash Al Ibadathwa Wa'al Masha'awa Wapakwadiawa Ashar Tazawa Yahweh Ath Masha. Next chapter. The book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 1. Wayadabar Yahweh al-Masha la Amar. Verse 2. Tazawa Ath Banya Yasha Allah Wayash Shalakwa Man Hamakana Kal Tazarawai Wakol Zab Wakol Tama'ah Lanapash. Verse 3. Verse 3. Mazakar Aid Nakwaba Fashalakwa Al Makawataza Lamakana Fashalakwaya Fashalakwam Kanan Wakan the water. Wala'a Yatama Awa Ath Makanyahum Ashar Anya Shakun Bathawakam. This is the last one for it. Okay. Verse 4. Waya Aishawa Khan Banya Yasha Allah Wayashalakwa Awatham Al Maka Wataza Lama Kana Ka'ashor Debar Yahweh Al Masha Khan Aishawa Banya Yasha Allah. The book of Numbers, chapter 4, verse 47 in English. From 30 years old and upward, even unto 50 years old, every one that came to do service of the ministry and the service of the burden in the tabernacle of the congregation. Verse 48. Even those that were numbered of them were 8,504 score. Verse 49. According to the commandment of the Lord, they were numbered by the hand of Moses, everyone according to his service, Salakia, and according to his burden. Thus were they numbered of him, as the Lord commanded Moses. The book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 1 in English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, command the children of Israel that they put out of their camp, out of the camp, Salakia, every leper and everyone that hath an issue, and whosoever is defiled by the dead. Verse 3, both male and female shall ye put out, without the camp shall ye put them, that they defile not their camps, in the midst whereof I dwell. Verse 4, and the children of Israel did so, and put them out without the camp. As the Lord spake unto Moses, so did the children of Israel.
I'm gonna pick it up. I'm gonna pick it up in Numbers chapter 5 and verse 5 in the Hebrew. That's it. Mario, you want to take it? Okay, go ahead, bro. Do your thing.
The book of Numbers, chapter 5 and verse 5. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Mashah, La'amor. Verse 6. Debar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ayash, Awa, Asha, Kaya, Ya'ishwa, Makal, Kata'ath, Ha'adam, Lama'al, Ma'al, Baya Hawa, Waya Wa'a Shema, Hanapash, Hahawa. Verse 7. Wahatawa Tawadwa Ath Kata Atham Ashar Ash is it Ashwa or Ashawa? Verse 7. I think it's is it Aishawa or Ashwa? Aishawa. Wahashaya Wahashayab Ath Asha Ashamwa Bara'a Waya Salake Ba'a Salake Bara'a Ashwa Wakama Ya Shathwa Yet Salake Ya top Yet Salake Ya Sop Aliyawa Wanathan La Ashar Asham Lawa Wa'am Ayan Lashayash Ga'al Lahashayab Ha'asham Alayan Ha'asham Hamawa Shab Laya Hawa Lakahan Malabad, Ayal, Hakapa, Hakaparayam, Ashar, Yakapar, Bawa, Alyawa. Verse 8. It's like verse 9. Wakal, Thara Wama, Lakal, Kwadashya, Banya, Yasha'ala, Ashar, Yakwa Rayab, Yakwa Rayabwa, Lakahan, Lawa, Yahweh. Verse 10. Waya Ayash, Ath, Quadash Yawa, Lawa, Yahayan. It's like a Yahawa, Yahayawa, Ayash, Ashar, Yathan, Lakahan, Lawa, Yahaya. Verse 11. Wayadabar, Yahweh, Al, Masha, La'amor. Verse 12. Dabar, Al, Banya, Yasha'ala, Wa'amarath, Alaham, Ayash, Kaya, Tashata, Ashatwa, Wama'ila, Bawa, Ma'al. Oh, it's 13 last one, right? Thanks. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Oh, actually. Okay, I went too far. I went to 12.
I'm sure my bad. Yeah, 5 to 11.
The book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 5 in English. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, verse 6, speak unto the children of Israel, when a man or a woman shall commit any sin that men commit, to do a trespass against the Lord, and that person be guilty. Verse 7, then they shall confess their sin which they have done, and he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him against whom he hath trespassed. Verse 8, but if the man have no kinsman to recompense the trespass unto, let the trespass be recompensed unto the Lord, even to the priest, besides the ram of the atonement, whereby an atonement shall be made for him. Verse 9, and every offering of all the holy...
Hold on a second. What's up, bro? What is recompense? Like payback. We can look it up. Let's look at the definition of recompense. Recompense means it says to make amends to someone for loss or harm suffered. So it's talking about paying somebody back. That's why it says, then they shall confess the sins they have done, and he shall recompense his trespass with the principal thereof, and add unto it the fifth part thereof, and give it unto him against whom he hath trespassed. So it might be like you stealing from somebody. So if I steal $50 from you, it's telling you right here, I can't just give you back $50. I actually got to give you that plus a fifth of it because I stole from you. I trespassed against you. But if I, if it's, let's say I don't steal from you or something. Let's say I steal something like, I'm trying to think of something that you can do where you don't got to pay the person back. You got to pay it back to the priest. Showbread. I mean, if you steal that, you probably would get damn near killed. But let's just say, example, I steal showbread. Like the payment now, the same thing, this plus the fifth, I got to pay it back to the priest. You know what I'm saying? So recompense just means to make amends. It's so that we're square, we're even. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, brother.
Verse 9. And every offering of all the holy things of the children of Israel, which they bring unto the priest, shall be this. Salakia, shall be his, Salakia. Numbers, this is verse 5 and chapter 5, verse 10, Salakia. And every man's hallowed things shall be his. Whatsoever any man giveth the priest, it shall be his. Verse 11. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying.
Okay. Now we're going to pick it up in Numbers chapter 5 and verse 12. I'm going to go ahead and read it. This in the Hebrew. The book of Numbers chapter 5 and verse 12 in the Hebrew. Okay. Dabar al-Bunya Yash'ala wa Amartha Alahum Ayash Kaya Vashata Ashathwa wa Ma'ila Bara Ma'il. Verse 13. Washakab Ayash Atha Shakabath Zarai Wana Ilum Mayanya Ayasha Wasathara Lahaya'a Natama'a Wa'aid Ayun Ba Wahawa'a La'a Nata Pasha. Verse 14. Wa'aibar Alyua Waka Kwana'a Wakwana'a Ath Ashathwa Wahawa'a Natama'a Awa Ibar Alyua Raka Kwana'a Wakwana'a Ath Ashathwa Wahaya'a La'a Natama'a. Verse 15. Wahabya Slakia. Wahabaya'a. Let me make sure that's correct. Slakia, 1 second. Wahabaya'a Ha'ayash Ath Ashathwa Al HaKahun Wahabaya'a Ath Karabana Ilaya Aisha Yarath Ha'ayapa Kwamak Sha'ariyum La'a Yatazak Alyua Mashun. It's like it's Shaman Wala'a Yathun Alyua Labana Kaya Manakath Kwana'ath Hawa'a Manakath Zakarwun Mazakarath. Oh, this might be different. 1 second. Maybe Mazakar. 1 second. Khan. Mazakartha. I won. Verse 16. Wa Hakwariab Atha Hakahun Waha Imadab Lapanya Yahweh. Verse 17. Okay. Verse 17. Walakwak Hakahan Mayum Kodashim Bakoya Karash Waman Ha'ipar Ashar Yahaya Bakwara Slakia Bakwara Bakwar Kwai, Hamashakun Yakwak, Hakahun, Wanathun Al, Hamayum. Verse 18 is the last one in the Hebrew. Waha Ha Imya Amayad, Hakahun Ath, Ha'ashah, Lapunya Yahweh, Wa Parai, Ath, Ra'ash, Ha'ashah, Wanathun Al, Kapaya, Ath, Manakath, Hazak Zakarwan, Manakath, Quanaath, Hawa'ah, Wabayad, Hakahun, Yahayawa, Maya, Hamarium, Hamarorium, it's like Hamarorium. That's the end of verse 18.
The book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 12 in English. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, if any man's wife go aside and commit a trespass against him, verse 13, and a man lie with her carnally, and it be hid from the eyes of her husband, and be kept close, and she be defiled, and there be no witness against her, neither she be taken with the manner. Verse 14, and the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be defiled, or if the spirit of jealousy come upon him, and he be jealous of his wife, and she be not defiled, verse 15, then shall the man bring his wife unto the priest, and he shall bring her offering for her, the 10th part of an ephah of barley meal. He shall pour no oil upon it, nor put frankincense thereon, for it is an offering of jealousy, an offering of a memorial, bringing iniquity to remembrance. So, if I'm to understand what's happening here, is like the sister, she done committed adultery, and the brother, he don't really know, but he suspects.
He suspects. Okay.
So he takes her to the priest,
Right.
and he offers the priest. Okay, Most High cry. Most High cry.
So it's gonna keep going.
Okay, Most High cry.
But come on, that's what happened. So the brother, you know what I mean? The brother, there's no witness. No one seen it. It happened, but no one saw it. But he's something telling him something ain't right. You understand? And so he goes to the priest, as any brother should. You know what I mean? If that happens to you, of course you gotta go to council, man. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? Go to the men above you, and let's figure something out. Go ahead.
Verse 16, and the priest shall bring her near and set her before the Lord. Verse 17, and the priest shall take holy water in an earthen vessel, and of the dust that is in the floor of the tabernacle, the priest shall take and put it into the water. Verse 18, and the priest shall set the woman before the Lord and uncover the woman's head and put the offering of memorial in her hands, which is the jealousy offering. And the priest shall have in his hand the bitter water that causes the curse. I'm scared of that.
You want to read the next one? You want to read the next set? Yeah, I'm not gonna. Okay, go ahead. Verse 19. You're going to 25.
The book of Numbers, chapter 5, and verse 19. Wahashab Ya'ai. Is that right? Wahashab Ya'ai. Atha. Hakahan. Wa'amar. Al. Ha'asha. La'ah. Shakab. Ayash. Athan. Athak. Or Athka. La'ah. Shatayath, Tama'a, Thakath, Ayashka, Hana Hanakwaya, Mamaya, Hamarayam, Hama'ararayam, Ha'ala. Verse 20. Wa'ath, Kaya, Shatayath, Thakath, Ayashka, Wakaya, Natama'ath, Wayathun, Ayash, Bak, Ath, Shakabathwa, Mabala Idea, Ayashak. Verse 21. Wahashab Yai. Oh, or Wahashab I. Yai. Is it Yai or is it?
Verse 21.
Yeah, the first word. Wahashab Yai or Wahashab Yai?
I think it's wash by your eye.
Wahasha Bayai. Hakahan. Mm-hmm.
So I think it's by your eye.
Hakahan. Ath. Haasha. Basha Ba'aith. Ha Allah. Wa Amor. Hakahan. La'asha. Yathan. Yahweh. Awatak. La'ala. Wala Ashabya. Wala Shab. Salakia. That's my spot. Wala Shabai. Bathawak. Bathwaka. Amak. Imaka. Bathath. Yahweh. Ath. Yarakad. Yaraka. Napalath. Wa'ath. Batanak. Batunka. 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 Tazabah. Verse 22. Waba awa. Hamayam. Hama arayam. Ha'ala. Bama ay yak. Lataza bawath. Batun. Walana pao. Larak. Wa'amara. Ha'asha. Aman. Verse 23. Wakalab. So like wakatab. Ath. Ha'alath. Ha'alah. Hakahan. Bata par. Wakwa. So like wamaka. Al. Maya. Hamarayam. Verse 24. Wahasha kwa ath haasha ath maya hamarayam ararayam waba awa ba hamayam ararayam lama lama lamarium. Verse 25. Walakwak hakahan mayak. It's like it mayad haasha ath manakath hakwan hakwanaath wahana nayap ath hamanaka la panya Yahweh wahakwa rayab. Is that right? What? Wahakwa rayab. Yeah. Like the last word in the third line. Wahakwa rayab. Atha al Hamazabak.
This is the book of Numbers, chapter 5, verse 19 in English. And the priest shall charge her by an oath and say unto the woman, if no man have lain with thee, and if thou hast not gone aside to uncleanliness with another instead of thy husband, be thou free from this bitter water that causes the curse. But if thou hast gone aside to another instead of thy husband, and if thou be defiled, and some man hath lain with thee besides thine husband, verse 21, then the priest shall charge the woman with an oath of cursing, and the priest shall say unto the woman, the Lord make thee a curse and an oath among thy people when the Lord doth make thy thigh to rot and thy belly to swell. Verse 22, and this water that causes the curse shall go into thy bowels to make thy belly to swell and thy thigh to rot. And the woman shall say, Amen, amen. And the priest shall write these curses in a book, and he shall blot them out with bitter water. And he shall cause the woman to drink the bitter water that causes the curse. And the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter. Then the priest shall take the jealousy offering of the woman's hand and shall wave the offering before the Lord and offer it upon the altar.
We're not done. There's more. There's more to the whole. This whole thing is going to explain what has to happen, because this is a very serious thing going on. You know what I mean? But all right. So we got another brother up in here. So we're gonna go ahead and switch readers. So just up here, I'm not supposed to stand. Come, brother, you can present yourself. Remember how to do it. Oh, I'm on Shabbat, like this. Okay, and you state your register. You say, "Young man Jeremy, born you got it right. Born Gad, born Yasha Allah." And we repeat it. Young man Jeremy, born Gad, born Yasha Allah. Now just here we repeat it. You good? And now you go back, put your feet together. Right foot, there you go. And salute. How about Michigan? Yahweh Shemi Hashah Brakatah. Sign Christ. You just hold on 1 second. You just wait till this brother steps down, and then you step up. Okay. So as soon as he stepped down, you're good to go. The water, brother. Most High in Christ. All right. And just up here, Yeshab, which means to be seated. Most High in Christ. All right, brother. So now we in verse 26. Numbers 5 and 26. So I'm gonna read it in the Hebrew, and then you gonna go ahead and get it in the English. Now, if you want to use your phone, that's fine. If you want to use this, that's Tawab as well. Yeah, blueletterbible.org. No, we're about to start. That's what we're about to read that. No, you talk. John, so the book of Numbers, chapter 5 and verse 26 in the Hebrew. Wakwamataza, Hakahun, Man, Hamanaka, Ath, Azakaratha, Wahakwa Kwatayor, Hama Zabaka, Wa'akar, Yashakwa, Ath, Ha'ashah, Ath, Hamayum. Verse 27. Salakia. Wahashakwa, Ath, Hamayum, Wahayatha, Natama'a, Watama'al, Ma'al, Ba'ayasha, Waba'awa, Ba, Hamayum, Hama'ararium, Lamarium, Wataza Batha, Batana, Wana Pala, Yaraka, Wahayatha, Ha'asha, La Allah, Bakwarab, Ima. Verse 28. Wa la'a, Natama'a, Ha'asha, Watahara, Hawa'a, Wanakwatha, Wana Zarai, Zarai. Verse 29. Za'ath, Thawarath, Hakwana'ath, Ashar, Tashata, Ashah, Thakath, Ayasha, Wanatama'a. Verse 30. Awa, Ayash, Ashar Ta'ibar, Aluwa, Raka, Kwana'a, Wakwana'a, Ath, Ashathwa, Wahama Sakya, Waha Imayad, Ath, Ha'asha Lapunya Yahweh, Wa Aisha, La, Hakahun, Ath, Kal, Hathawara, Hazaath. Verse 31. Wanakwa, Ha'ayash, Ma'aiwan. Khan. What's that? My one. Salaki, 1 second. Khan. Ma'aiwan. Waha'asha, Hahawa'a, Basha'a, Ath, Iwana. Next chapter. Salakia. The book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 1. Waya Debar Yahweh al Mashah la Amar. All right. It's in the verse, chapter 6, verse 1. So now you go back to chapter 5, verse 26 in the English.
Numbers chapter 5. Numbers chapter 5, verse 26. And the priest shall take a handful of the offering, even the memorial thereof, and burn it upon the altar, and afterward shall cause the woman to drink the water. Numbers chapter 5, 27. And when he hath made her to drink the water, then it shall come to pass that if she be defiled and have done trespass against her husband, that the water that causes the curse shall enter into her and become bitter, and her belly shall swell, and her thigh shall rot, and the woman shall be a curse among people. Chapter 5, verse 28. And if the woman be not defiled, but be clean, then she shall be free and shall conceive seed. Numbers 5 and 29. This is the law of jealousies. When a wife goeth aside to another instead of her husband and is defiled. Numbers chapter 5, verse 30. Or when the spirit of jealousy cometh upon him, and he be jealous over his wife, and shall set the woman before the Lord, and the priest shall execute upon her all this law. Numbers 5 and 31. Then shall the man be guiltless from iniquity, and this woman shall bear her iniquity.
Iniquity, of course, meaning sin. So, of course, really, the priest is gonna let the Lord deal with it. Right. You know what I'm saying? All of that stuff is to be like, all right, well, it's like an oath. You know what I mean? Okay, you said you didn't do it. Don't sweat. Drink this. You know what I mean? If you're good, you'll be good. If not, the Lord's gonna deal with you. And the UPK, we've heard that many times, right? When a cat tell you like, hey, I don't worry about what I think. Right. Let the Lord deal with you. He knows what's going on. Go ahead, Mayor.
Nah, like this is heavy, man. You know what I'm saying? It's real heavy. Like, not only is this proving what that a woman ain't supposed to be with nobody else but her goddamn husband. That's right. But it also shows the order, you know what I'm saying, and just how constructed we are as a nation. Notice nowhere down the line do you hear it say go upside your woman's head. Right. Or damn murder the goddamn woman. Right. You understand? Or go look for the brother.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? You bring this situation, man, to the priest of the Lord.
That's right.
You understand? And notice that, you know what I'm saying, these priests ain't touching or doing nothing to this woman physically. That's right. They letting her know, listen, the Lord is gonna deal with you, man. He gonna punish you. You know what I'm saying? Because that's our Father, man.
That's right.
And he lays down the goddamn judgment. Damn right.
Yeah. You read verse you got one more verse to read in English. Chapter 6, verse 1.
Numbers chapter 6, verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying,
Imagine, which means to stand. Yanazar, if you could, Baba Kusha. Just like we got a third person, brother. Change his clothes and everything. That's on Christ. Hey. Good. We just repeat after. Go ahead.
Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala.
Yanazar, Banya Hawada, Banya Sha'ala. Yahweh Shemel Shabrakatah. Just head that way. Okay. Yashab, which means be seated. Okay, so I think we got two more sets. So this one, the next one, and then we good to go. So young, so I know you good with the Hebrew, so do your thing. 6 and 2.
The book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 2 in Hebrew. The bar al Banya Yasha'ala wa marath alahum ayash awa asha kaya yapala yapala lanadar salakia nadar nazayar lahazayar la Yahweh. Verse 3. Maya Yun Washakar Yazar Ya Salakia Ya Zarar Yazar Yazar Yar Khan at one Khan Kamataza Yayun Wakamataza Shakar La'ah Yashatha Wakal Masharath Inabium La'ah Yashatha Wa Inabium Lakayam Wayabashiam La'ah Ya'akol. Verse 4. Cal Yamaya Lazarawa Makol Ashar Ya'aisha Magapun Hayayan Maka Ratazani. Okay. Maka Ratazanium Wa'aika or Wa'aid Salakia Wa'aid. Yeah, Wa'aid Zag La'ah Ya'akol. Verse 4. Cal Yamayam Nazarawa Akol Ashar Ya'aisha Magapun Hayayun Makarat Tazaynium Wa'aid Zag La'ah Ya'akol. Damn, I read that twice. Verse 5. Cal Yamayim Nadar Nazarawa Ira La'ah Ya'bar Al Ra'ashwa Aid Mala'ath Hayamun Ashar Yazar Yar Yazar Yar La Yahweh Kodash Yahaya Gadol Parai Sha'ira Khan at one. No, that's 5. Last line next to last word. Sha'ira Khan at one Khan. Ra'ashwa. Okay. Verse 6. Cal Yamaya Hazayarawa La Yahweh Al Napash Math La'ah Yaba'ah. Verse 7. La Abiyawa Wala Amawa La Athiyawa Wala Akathwa La'ah Yatama'ah Lahum Bamathum Kaya Nazar Aliyahayawa Al Ra'ashwa. And verse 8, Kal, Yamaya, Nazarwa, Kodash, Hawa'ah, La Yahweh, Salakia, La Yahweh. Okay, we go back to the book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 2 in English. Speak unto the children of Israel and say unto them, when either man or woman shall separate themselves to vow a vow of a Nazarite, to separate themselves unto the Lord. Verse 3, he shall separate himself from wine and strong drink, and shall drink no vinegar or wine, of wine, Salakia, of wine, or vinegar of strong drink. Neither shall he drink any liquor of grapes, nor eat moist grapes or dried. Verse 4, all the days of his separation shall he eat nothing that is made of the vine tree, from the kernels even to the husk. Verse 5, all the days of the vow of his separation, there shall no razor come upon his head until the day be fulfilled, in which he separateth himself unto the Lord. He shall be holy, and shall let the locks of the hair of his head grow. Verse 6.
Now, just for our brothers and sisters who don't understand the Bible, right? This ain't talking about no goddamn dreadlocks. And for one way, it's not talking about it because it said let the locks grow. That head you got in your hair is dead. You just retwisting dead damn hair. So in order for your hair to grow, it has to be what? Alive. So he's doing nothing but what niggas do in the ghetto every goddamn day, and that's you braid your hair, you get that new growth, and what you do? You braid it again. You understand what I'm saying? This ain't talking about no goddamn disgusting dreadlocks, which is not an Israelite custom, man. Yes.
Also, what the brother's saying is heavy, because if we use some damn common sense, we'd understand that a lock cannot be a dreadlock. That is the most, it's like an oxymoron. It doesn't make sense. Because if I lock something, what else can I do? Unlock it. How you cannot, how you ever see somebody try to undo a dread? It'll take you 30 years. No sweat. It'll take you 30 years to try to take a dread out. You can't. That's why everybody who got dreads, what they got to do? They got to cut them off. But if you got braids, you can just do what? Unlock them. Right? So that's what it's talking about. The water for that, brother. Go ahead, Yanzo.
The book of Numbers, chapter 6, verse 6 in English. All the day that he separate himself unto the Lord, he shall come at no dead body. Verse 7. He shall not make himself unclean for his father or for his mother, for his brother or for his sister when they die, because the consecration of his God is upon his head. So that means if anybody in his family die, he can't go to the funeral. Come on. Verse 8. All the days of his separation, he is holy unto the Lord.
All right. Just up here, I mod you. This means to stand. All right, young man, if you could present yourself. State your registry again. There you go. There you go.
Young man Jeremy.
Bon Gad. Bon Yasha'Allah. Jim Jeremy. Bon Gad. Bon Yasha'Allah. Do you salute? Put your feet together. Right hand. There you go. Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shabrakatah. All right, you shall be seated. Now, Mario, if you want to get the last set, this will be the last set of verses. What happened? No, that's after. Yeah. Yeah, I actually I did the whole so I broke it down like so I you know what I mean? Yeah.
The book of Numbers, chapter 6 and verse 9. Wakaya, Yamawath, Moth, so like a Matha, Ila, Aliyawa, but Gathai, Bagathai, Pa, Bapathai, Pa, Pathaam, Watama'a, Ra'ash, Nazarawa, Nazarawa, Wagalak, Wa'ashwa, Bayawam, Taharathwa, Bayawam, Hashaba Ya'aya, Yagal, oh wait, Yagala Kanwa, Yagalak, oh, Yagalaknawa, gotcha. Verse 10. Wabayawam, Hashamaya, Hashamayanya, Yaba'a, Shatya, Tarayam, Awa, Shanya, Banya, Yawana, Al, Hakahan, Al, Pathak, Ahal, Mawa'id. Verse 11. Wa'aisha, Habahan, Hakahan, Akar, Lakata'ath, Wa'akar, La'ayla, Wakapar, Aliyawa, Ma'ashar, Kata'a, Al, Hanapash, Wakwadash, Wakwadash, Ath, Ra'aishwa, Bayawam, Hahawa. Verse 12. Wahazayar, Layahawa, Layahawa, Ath, Yamya, Nazarwa, Wahabaya'a, Kabash, Bun, Shanathwa, La'asham, Wahayamayam, Hara'ash Nayam, Yapalawa, Kaya, Tama'a, Nazarwa. Verse 13. Waza'ath, Tharawath, Tharawath, Hanazayar, Bayawam, Malaath, Yamya, Nazarwa, Yabayaa, Athwa, Al, Pathak, Ahal, Mawa'aid. Verse 14. Wahakwa Rayab, Ath, Kwarabaniwa, Kwarabnawa, Layahawa, Kabash, Ban, Shanathwa, Tamayam, Akar, La'aila, Wakabash. So like Waka Basha, Akath, Bath, Shanata, Tamayama, Lakata'ath, Wa'ayal, Akkad, Tamayam, Lasha Lamayam. Verse 15. Watal, so like Wasal, Matazarath, Salath, Kalath, Balawalath, Bashaman, Wabakwa, Yakwaya, Matazawath, Mashakayam, Bashaman, Mashakyam, Bashaman, Wamanakath, Wamanakatham, Wanasa Kaya, Wanasak Kayam, Wanasak Yaham. Was it in verse 15? Was that the last one?
Chapter 9, verse 6. No. Chapter 6, verse 9. And if any man die very suddenly by him, and he hath defiled the head of his consecration, then he shall shave his head in the day of his cleansing. On the 7th day shall he shave it. Numbers chapter 6, verse 10. And on the 8th day he shall bring 2 turtles or 2 young pigeons to the priest to the door of the tabernacle of congregation. Numbers chapter 6, verse 11. And the priest shall offer the one for a sin offering, and the other for a burnt offering, and make atonement for him that he sinned by the dead, and shall hallow his head that same day. Numbers chapter 6, verse 12. And he shall consecrate unto the Lord the days of his separation, and shall bring a lamb. Bring a lamb of the first year for a trespass offering. But the days that were before shall be lost, because his separation was defiled. Numbers chapter 6, verse 13. And this is the law of the Nazarite. When the days of separation are fulfilled, he shall be brought into the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. Numbers chapter 6, verse 14. And he shall offer his offering unto the Lord, one he lamb of the first year without blemish for a burnt offering, and one lamb of the first year without blemish for a sin offering, and one ram without blemish for a peace offering. Numbers.
Like, if I may, sir, when you take the Nazarite vow for a specific time, or it could be any time.
It's for a specific. No, you mean like is it specific for anybody who does a Nazarite vow? It depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? Like, and also sometimes it can be the person's parents. Like a person can make their child take a Nazarite vow, you know what I'm saying, until they turn whatever age. I mean, so it's not a general time limit. It's specific to the person. Okay.
Numbers chapter 6, verse 15. And a basket of unleavened bread, cakes of fine flour mingled with oil, and wafers of unleavened bread anointed with oil, and their meat offering, and their drink offering.
All right, so that's the end of verse 15. That's 7 sets of 7. We just read in the Hebrew and translated into the English. Okay, so we're going to pick it up next week. You understand, at the same place. Numbers chapter 6 and verse 16 will be where we start off next week. Numbers chapter 6 and verse 16. So for now, just up here, Imadium, which means to stand. Mayor, if you can hit the horn real quick. Left hand on your chest. Grab this right hand. There you go. Now turn. Face them. Put your hand out. Say La Yasha'Allah. Nice and loud.
La Yasha'Allah.
La Yasha'Allah.
Okay. Take your time, bro. There you go. Most high and crest. Walk. Hold on one more time, bro. Christ. All right, men of Israel, gird thyselves and prepare to salute the Torah. Put on your right shoulder from last time. Put on your right shoulder. You take it to the edge to the highest ranking man first. Then the rest of y'all can just go ahead and line up. You know what I'm saying? You don't really have to do this part in rank order, but because the other one's here, you know what I mean? Let him go first. That's all.
Y'all watch him out, shop. Yeah. Y'all watch him out, shop. Yeah.
Your left hand on your chest and your right hand on the scroll. You take it back. Y'all about Shimei Shabrak. Yeah. Sorry, Christ. Now the horn again, Mayor. Most High in Christ. And with that, I Madium, which means to stand. Wapanyak Wadom, which means rise and face the east. Okay. We're going to close out with the prayers. We're going to start out with the Lord's Prayer in the Hebrew.
Abanawa, Shabbat Shemayim, Kodash, Haya, Shemka, Yahweh, Malakwatka, Taba'a, Ratazayaka, Haya, Aisha, Ba'arataza, Kawa, Haya, Bashamayim, Latananawa, Lakam, Cow, Yawam, Wasalak Nawa, Kabawat Nawa, Kasalak Nawa, Kabawat Yanawa, Wala'a, Tabayaya Nawa, Banasaya 1, Abo, Habashai Nawa, Mayan, Rai, Kaya, Laka, Hamalakwa, Waha'ala, Wataparat, La Walanyam, Aman.
In the English, Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it.
Prayer for the power. Yahweh, by Hashem Yahushua, Baba Kashah, the Thunder Nawa, Hakak, Hakak, La Arpa'a, Kal Makala, Wakal Mara, Hakak, La Tahar, Hamatazarayim, Hakak, La Hakwim, Hamathyam, Hakak, Arakawath, Hatama Allah, La Garashan, by Hashem Yahushua, the Wada Aman.
In the English, Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, please give us the power to heal all manner of sickness and all manner of disease, the power to cleanse the lepers, the power to raise the dead, the power against unclean spirits, to cast them out in the name of Yahushua. Thank you. So be it.
Pray for the blessings. Barakatah Yahweh. Wa Yahweh Shah. Wa Mayaka Allah. Wa Alahayim. Matazabi'ah. Ala Wap Yahana. Ha Ala Wapyam. Ha Saranyam. Ha Kotazayanyam. Ha Kayayoyam. Wa Akwatyan. Yahweh. Ba Shim Yahushua. The Wada Aman.
In English, bless you, Yahweh, and Yahushua, and Michael, and the angels, Commanding General Yohana, the generals, the captains, the officers, the troopers, and the sisters. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it.
Psalms 121 in the Hebrew. Aisha'ah, Ayanya, Al Hahorim, Ma'ayan, Yaba'ah, Isaiah, Ma'aim, Yahweh, Aisha, Shemayam, Wa'arataza, Al Yathan, Lamawat, Wagalka, Ayanawam, Shemarka, Hana, La'a, Yanawam, Wala'ah, Yayashun, Shawamor, Yasha'ala, Yahweh, Shemarka, Yahweh, Zolka, Al-Yad, Yamyaka, Awamam, Hashemash, La'a, Yakaka, Wayarak, Yahweh, Yashamorka, Makarai, Yashamar, Athnapashka, Yahweh, Yashamar, Tazaaka, Wabawaaka, Mayatha, Wa'aida Walam.
In the English, I will lift up mine eyes until from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from Yahweh, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. Behold, he that keepeth Yasha'Allah shall neither slumber nor sleep. Yahweh is thy keeper. Yahweh is thy shade upon thy right hand. The sun shall not smite thee by day, nor the moon by night. Yahweh shall preserve thee from all evil. He shall preserve thy soul. Yahweh shall preserve thy going out and thy coming in from this time forth and even forevermore.
Psalms 83 in the Hebrew. Alahayim, Al Damayalaka, Al Takarash, Wa Al Tashakwat, Al Kayahana, Iwabyaka, Yahama, Yawan, Ra'ash, Al Aimaka, Yarayamwa, Sawada, Wayatha, Ya Aitazawa, Altaza Pawanyaka, Amorwa, Lakawa, Wanakakidam, Magalia, Walaa, Yazakar, Shamyashala, Iwada, Kaya, Nawaitazawa, Laba, Yakadwa, Auyaka, Baryat, Yakaratwa, Aholia, Arawam, Wayashamai, Alayam, Mawaaba, Wahagorium, Gabal, Wayamawan, Wayamalak, Palashath, Am Yeshabia, Tazawar, Gam Ashawar, Nalawa, Imam, Hayawa, Zarawai, Labanya Lawat, Salah, Ashalaam, Salage, Kamadian, Kasaya, Sarah, Kayabian, Banakol, Koyashwan, Nashamadwa, Bayandara, Hayawa, Daman, Ladama, Shayatamwa, Nada, Yamawa, Karab, Wakazaba, Wakazabak, Wakatazol, Manai, Kauna Sayakamwa, Ashur, Amorawa, Nayarasha, Lanawa, Ath, Nawath, Alahayam, Alahaya, Shayatamwa, Kagogala, Kakwash, Lapanya Rabaka, Kaash, Tabayaira, Yaira, Wakalahaba, Talahat, Harayam, Khan, Taradapma, Basa Iraka, Wabasa, Wapatka, Tabahalam, Malaa, Panyaham, Kwalawan, Waya, Bakwashwa, Shimka, Yahawa, Yabashwa, Waya, Bahalwa, Adiaid, Waya, Kaparwa, Waya, Abadwa, Waya, Dawa, Kaya, Atha, Shimka, Yahawa, Labadka, Al Yawan, Al Kaharataza.
In the English, keep not thou silence, O Yahweh, hold not thy peace, and be not still. For lo, thine enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, and the Ishmaelites of Moab, and the Hagarenes, Gabal, and Ammon, and Amalek, the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. Assur also is joined with them. They have hope in the children of Lot. Salah, do unto them as unto the Midianites, as to Sisera, as to Jabin, at the brook of Kison, which perished at Endor. They became as dung for the earth. Make their nobles like Oreb and like Zeeb, yea, all their princes as Zabah and as Almunah, who said, let us take to ourselves the houses of Yahweh in possession. O my power, make them like a wheel, as the stubble before the wind, as the fire burneth the wood, and as the flame setteth the mountains on fire. So persecute them with thy tempest, and make them afraid with thy storm. Fill their faces with shame, that they may seek thy name. O Yahweh, let them be confounded and troubled forever. Yea, let them be put to shame and perish, that men may know that thou, whose name alone is Yahweh, art the most high over all the earth.
Sir, it's me the turn. Men of Israel, give one curse salute to the teacher. Men of Israel, Amayim Shabbat. Amayim. Barak.
Yahweh Shem Shabbat.
Yahya Matah. Class is missed. Go ahead.